That's a different kind of name. Yes, it is. It means more mitochondria. Now, you may have remembered from basic school, rather high school, that the mitochondria makes your energy. But based upon modern science and advancement, we are understanding that it goes beyond making your energy. And we are happy to have the latest cutting edge information to share with you that might give you a new scope of hope for you to cope. So if you have been praying for something more, here comes more Mito. Something more for 2024. Your life is better already and you don't even realize it as such. But we have something. So welcome. Welcome if you're from UK. Welcome if you're from Canada. Welcome if you are from the USA. Welcome if you're from one of the countries in Mother Africa. Welcome if you're from one of the countries and islands of the Caribbean garden. Thank you for being here and a mighty welcome to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And we are looking forward to having a Catawampus time as we come together to create a new sense of hope for humanity. And we are in a race to help the human race. So I give to you the disclaimer, the FDA disclaimer as it is presented for Mito. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The product discussed is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information is intended for general information purpose only. It is not intended as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of disease. As it relates to any testimonies that may be shared this evening, no one was compensated for giving a testimonial. All testimonials are the opinions of those individuals and may not be the result that everyone gets. Ladies and gentlemen, you are at the right place at the right time to do the right thing, because never before is a product so powerful, available to so many people at such a reasonable price. Usually, technological advancements in products like these are only afforded by the rich and famous, the millionaires, those in Hollywood, and those in the ivory towers. But God would answer the prayers of the masses and has brought within reach something to make you smile again and maybe even pain-free again. And the person to deliver that information is none other than Dr. Desmond Samuel. You love him or you don't even meet him as yet. Very comprehensive doctor. And he holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. He holds a bachelor's degree in theology. He even has a diploma in electronics technology. He's an accident and emergency physician. So yes, he knows where the pains are and he knows how to help to put you back together again and put you on a course to healing. He's a massage therapist. He's an expert in functional medicine, and he's a mitochondrial expert and a Mito aficionado. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get out of the way of greatness and introduce to some and present to others none other than the good doctor, the best doctor in town, Dr. Desmond Samuel. Have you made it to the call, please, my brother and friend?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
All right, good, good. We just want to welcome everyone again to this evening, Sunday evening. Happy Sunday. Hope church was good for who went. And today we just want to share with you something that can be awesome for your health going forward. A lot, like you said, a lot of people have been giving their testimonials about getting rid of pain, getting rid of other discomfort, and just basically reversing the effects of aging in their lives. So we thank you again for this time, and let's get right into it. What you're looking at here is a picture of the human cell. Human cell. And so we're going to concentrate upon some areas of the cell this evening as we go forward. We're going to deal with the membrane, the plasma membrane, which is the lipid bilayer of the cell. That's what protects the cell. That is where whatever needs to come into the cell have to come through. And so not only does good stuff like the nutrients and so on come through, but we also can have pathogens coming in as well. So we got to ensure that our cell is actually healthy. We want to talk a little bit about the lysosomes. These are the organelles that go through and through the cell, looking for pathogens, looking for guys that does not belong or need to be there, and do whatever it is to get rid of them. But this evening, I want to talk to you about the mitochondria. The mitochondria. This guy is considered the powerhouse of the cell. In medical school, they teach us that all diseases and sicknesses and breakdown in the body starts from an area of low energy. And so when we talk about low energy, then we have to talk about the powerhouse of the cell, what gives the cell its energy. And so if low energy is causing a problem in the cell, it simply means then that the mitochondria is either deficient, defective, or in deficit. So what we want to talk to you about this evening then is how to get this mitochondria right and get the cell right. So the mitochondria then is the powerhouse of the cell. So when we isolate it, this is basically what it looks like. Just look like a little battery. It has its own DNA, which is one of the most important thing about the mitochondria. And this mitochondrial DNA comes directly from the mother. It has nothing to do with the daddy. It comes directly from the mother. And even forensic scientists is trying to let us know that the mitochondrial DNA is actually even more powerful than the DNA that comes directly from the nucleus. So if you get the mitochondria right, we're just going to be dwelling on that. We can reverse a lot of issues that we see going on in people's health. Dr. Bevan Elliott, our chief formulator and researcher, he indicates that what affects the health the most is the health of the mitochondria. He states that you literally can't be your healthiest unless your mitochondria are their best. Now, if the health of your mitochondria can be improved, you can have more mitochondria, bigger, better, and more energetic. Your overall health can improve. So he said, get the mitochondria right and watch your body rebuild, restore, rejuvenate, and reverse stuff that's going on. So the definition basically of the mitochondria, they are membrane brown cell organelles, and they generate most of the chemical energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reaction. So chemical energy produced by the mitochondria is stored in a small molecule that is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So the human body is made up of approximately 70 trillion cells, and each of them are powered by a mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. So what does the mitochondria do? Why is it so important? It converts fat and carbohydrates into energy. Again, we say it's ATP, and it is the energy currency of the cell. It is the main site of ATP production, and it also plays a vital role in the calcium storage. We know as persons get age, there's a couple of diseases that happen when calcium is low. One is osteoporosis. So as females get to a point now where they are postmenopausal, then this is one of the conditions that they develop, or that they tend to develop, and it's osteoporosis. However, if your mitochondria is working properly, it will help with calcium storage so that your body, your muscles, your tissues don't have to go steal calcium from your teeth. And when they finish stealing it from the teeth, then they go after the bones to get whatever is there. Now, mitochondria also plays a proper role in apoptosis, which is programmed cell death. Every cell in our body, they're supposed to regenerate, duplicate, replicate, and then they get to a certain point, they should die and move on. However, if the mitochondria is not right, these cells will continue to replicate, and next thing you know, you end up with tumors, cancer, because the mitochondria was in deficit, so it could not help the glutathione to recognize that these cells are old and they need to be replaced. It also helps in the detoxification of the liver. Listen, the human cannot survive without the mitochondria. So once the mitochondria are depleted, then the human person will die. So when the mitochondria is low, there are some stuff like mitochondrial diseases that have been linked to the deficit in mitochondria. ADHD, other stuff like that. All those kids' diseases that kids failure to thrive, low growth rate, and all of those stuff. These are all as a result of mitochondrial deficit. Now, the other thing we look at also is cardiovascular problems. Cardiovascular problems usually start with hypertension, persons having high blood pressure. That's one of the way that the cardiovascular problem begin. When you have high blood pressure, one of the things that happen is that it is usually not found out until you go to the doctor for something else. And that's why they refer to it as the silent killer. Neurological deficits, a lot of problems with neurological issues, dizziness, fatigue, people are trembling, people just having all kind of tremors in their hands, in their feet, in their entire body. People cannot remember stuff because of brain fog and all of that stuff. Then that is why we're talking about. But it's one of the things we talk about them having neurological issue, renal failure, having kidney problems, having bladder problems, kidneys not absorbing or reabsorbing fluid when it is supposed to. And so we find that persons go to the bathroom more frequently. And we find out also that next thing you know, you go to the bathroom and you see red. Once you go to the bathroom and see red, then you know it is time to get to your doctor. You're almost too late. You're almost late at that point. We talk about gastrointestinal problems. From your mouth to your anus, in a grown adult, it's about 30 feet of tube-like material. And each time along the way, as you go down, you're going to find out that each section is occupied by a different type of cell. And so in your tummy, in your belly, there's about 27 feet of tube-like materials wrapped up there in your tummy. Now, can you imagine the amount of space that is in there for pathogens to hide? So when the mitochondria is weak or low, then what happens is that pathogens will just hide in that tummy, and then over time they just break out and become problems like stuff like you're looking at colorectal cancer, Crohn's and colitis, all kinds of issues and diseases that are as a result of mitochondrial deficit. Now we talk about pulmonary problems. When you look at your chest, inside of your chest cavity, you have the two lungs, the right and the left lobe. The right lung and the left lung. If you were to take those two out and wrap them just like you turn the pages of a book, what you would actually be looking at is about the size of a lawn tennis court. Now, for all of that to be wrapped up and placed inside of your chest cavity there, that is also giving a lot of space for pathogens to hide, for pathogens to stay there, hide away, proliferate, and then become problems for you down the road. Other stuff that happen when the mitochondria is low, we got stuff like infertility issue, we got persons having vision issue, erectile dysfunction, and so on and so forth. So what happened when the mitochondria gets low? What happened is that you're going to have inflammation going to develop. And then with inflammation is going to come cardiovascular issues. We talk already a little bit about cardiovascular issues like with the high blood pressure. We're talking about valvular issues. We're talking about, so when we deal with cardiovascular issues, we have to look at the blood vessels, what's going on with them over time. Next month, June coming is Father's Day. But one of the things that we're finding out also is that there are a lot of our men who are suffering now from breast cancer. Usually, the problem with the breast cancer is that what we're looking at is about 20,000 cases per year amongst men in America, and about 2,000 deaths happening every year from breast cancer. One of the problems we're finding out that is causing the breast cancer is the same hypertension drug. That hypertension drug, one of them is what we call either a loop diuretic, or we refer to it as water pill a lot of time. So what happened with this drug here is that one of the side effects is a condition known as gynecomastia, and this is where you have what we call man boob. This is where the breast of the male is so big that they actually need to wear bra in order to really keep them up. And one of the effects of having gynecomastia is also erectile dysfunction and infertility issues. Lung cancer is another crazy cancer because people are suffering from lung cancer, even persons who have not smoked a cigarette in their life are now suffering from lung cancer. We talk about secondhand smoking. Now we also have third-hand smoking. So if you go into a person's house or you live with somebody and you wear their winter jacket or sit in the same sofa that they sit in, because the carcinogens from the cigarette smoking gets embedded into their clothes or into the sofa that they sit in, you inhale those kind of stuff, and you can actually end up having third-hand lung cancer because of third-hand smoking. Arthritis, joint pains, these are other stuff that we are experiencing because persons are now having low mitochondria. Those of us who live in Canada, it's allergy season, and a lot of folks are suffering from allergies right now. Eye disorders. There's so many testimonials of folks who are using this to get their eyes fixed. But these things happen because of inflammation, and the reason for the amount of inflammation being built up in the body is because the mitochondria is low. A lot of persons are having a lot of asthma, diabetes. What is diabetes? When your blood is just too sweet. Basically, that's what it is. So when you eat carbohydrates, what happens is that these carbohydrates, these carbohydrates are supposed to be converted to glucose. Now, once this conversion is done, the pancreas now is supposed to supply the insulin, which is basically the key that is going to open the door so that the glucose can be transported into the cell where it is needed for the cell's function. However, if over time you have been given too much glucose into the cell, eventually the cell is going to remove that lock that this insulin is supposed to open to allow the glucose to come in. And so all that sugar, instead of going into the cell where it is needed for cellular function and cellular activity, it is now left running around in the bloodstream. And so that is what is causing you to have this sweetness in your blood and what we call it diabetes. So there's two types of diabetes: type 1, which is where the pancreas does not produce insulin anymore, and type 2 is what we call insulin resistant, and this is where the cells are not allowing the insulin to open the keys and allow the glucose, the fructose, maltose, whatever the sugar is, to enter into the cell so that it can be utilized. So what happened with that now is that you have a lot of sweetness in your blood. Now this sugar running around in your blood is going to start problems down the road. Problems like diabetic neuropathy, problems like eye issues. And so what we're finding out also is that as this thing goes untreated, folks are ending up with amputations and a lot of stuff like that. Crohn's and colitis is also something else that's going to pop up after a while. What you're looking at here is a picture of a blood vessel. It's an artery. These are the vessels that take oxygenated blood to the tissues in your body. Now, because of usually because of hypertension, what happened from time to time is that there's damage inside of the blood vessel. And this damage now is going to result in a repair process or a repair cascade that's going to be activated. And what you're looking at here is a cholesterol plaque being formed inside of your blood vessel. Now, when this cholesterol plaque is formed, what's going to happen eventually, because of all the inflammation that is going on, it is going to create a blockage. When it gets to 70% blocked, then what happens is that you're going to start experiencing angina, which is what we call chest pain. And usually that is when persons are going to go to the doctor, and that's when they're going to find out that they might need a single bypass, a double bypass, a triple bypass, or even a quadruple bypass. And because this is what happened when there is a lot of damage to the arteries. So this could be an artery that is taking blood to the brain or to the heart. Now, when this becomes totally occluded, if it's a vessel that is taken, if it's a vessel that is taking oxygenated blood to the tissues in the heart, if it becomes totally occluded, what happens? Those tissues are not going to die from hypoxia because they are not receiving any oxygen. And so that is what we call a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. Now, if this vessel was actually taking that blood to the brain, that is what we're going to refer to as a stroke. However, we have good news here. If you get the mitochondria right, the mitochondria, now powerhouse of the cell, it is going to activate the master antioxidant, which is what? Glutathione. And so the glutathione is considered a cholesterol chelator. So what it is going to end up doing is going to cleave itself to this plaque. And over time, it's going to start removing it safely out of the blood vessel, clean out the blood vessel over time, and so that the flow will return again. So how can you prevent, repair mitochondrial damage? This is where our company comes into play. Company is called More Mito. Simply means more mitochondria. So they got 3 products. They got the Ultra Mito Pet Life. Basically, that is for your pets. If anything is going on with your pets, you just give it to them, follow the instructions, and pets will return to vibrancy over a short period of time. Those are the kind of testimonies that we have been getting about how this product is helping pets. So we'll take the Pet Life. Then they got another product called the Ultra Mito Restore. How does this work? It works from the inside out, and it grows the mitochondria to increase cellular energy and to provide the body with the nutritional resources to do what? To restore, regenerate, and to repair itself physically and emotionally. And then we have a third product, which is what we call our Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. What is this Rejuvenate? It's our topical gel, and it works from the outside in. It works in areas of specific concern. It's a highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, it affects your scalp or skin, or any place on your body in an unwanted way. So if you can see it, and it doesn't look like something that was there before, it's something that you appreciate being there, we rejuvenate it and we can get rid of it. How does it work? It also penetrates deep inside to affect tendons, ligaments, muscles, joints that may be experiencing pain or discomfort, may be experiencing mobility issues, lack of feeling, or poor circulation. So if you can see it, we say that you apply the Rejuvenate, and over time, it will get back to normal. So the Rejuvenate, it's a gel. It comes in a jar. It looks like this. And so this is what it comes in, and you just apply it on a daily basis. Our Restore 3.0, it's a liquid. It comes with an applicator, and you drop it underneath your tongue. So it's taken sublingually 2, 3, 4 times a day, and then you just watch your body being totally restored right there. So, Rejuvenate uses natural ingredients that are amplified and driven deep into the cell and into the mitochondria using our proprietary XDS delivery technology system. I'll explain that in a minute. And then, so the Restore now works from the inside out. What is it doing? It's growing the mitochondria to increase cellular energy and to provide your body with the nutritional resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically and emotionally. Now, let's talk about the XDS, the exponential delivery system. How does it work? This delivery system works in such a powerful way that when we talk about the lipid bilayer of the cell, what happens is that it's going to drive these ingredients deep into your cell, and not just into your cell, but it's going to go through the cytoplasm of the cell and be find the mitochondria and be driven deep inside the mitochondria. What is it? What is its ultimate goal? To re-energize the mitochondria so that it can start doing what needs to be done, or what it was created to do. So the XDS system basically works like this. If you have think about a chain link fence, and if you have a tennis ball and you try to squeeze that ball through the chain link fence, with some amount of effort and energy, it's going to eventually get in, right? But think about the same fence, and you have in your hand a handful of marbles. You take them to the same fence, press them against the fence, they just go in nice and easy. And so this is what is happening with the cells of our body. Over time, they get hard. Over time, they get damaged. Over time, the lipid bilayer, it gets difficult for stuff to pass through it. But with this XDS technology, it's a no-brainer. It's no issue. The way this technology has been formulated, our product, our technology goes deep inside, and it delivers to the cell, and then not just to the cell, but it also delivers to the mitochondria, our technology, to allow the mitochondria to reboot, restore, and rebuild everything that's going on in the cell. So the Restore, then, it's an adaptogenic formulation. What is it designed to do? To promote and stimulate free energy level from the mitochondria that can outlast your longest day. So basically what is happening is that once you get on our technology, you're just going to flow through your day. You're not going to have that 2-3 o'clock low when you feel fatigued, like you want a Red Bull or something like that. No, your energy level is going to be optimal. It enhances the brain's ability with the vision, clarity, and the focus to meet your everyday challenges. So basically what is happening here is that it's getting rid of brain fog, your long-term memory, your short-term memory, all of those stuff are now being restored, being reversed. And yes, even people who have been suffering from dementia, they are finding out that it is being slowed down in some cases, and in other cases, that is also being reversed. It's a mood enhancer, and it gets rid of chronic stress, and it allows persons to have more deep and restorative sleep. Remember, it's in your deep sleep that the body does most of the building, or of the restoration, of the restorative work. Again, it detoxifies and it repairs. It enhances the immune system, and it gets rid of parasites, and it's also also has anti-pathogenic support. So it's a body-wide support for your entire organ system, and it enhances the body's ability to manage itself and to maintain homeostasis. So we're not saying that the Rejuvenate or the Restore is going to heal your body. What we're saying is that it is going to help the mitochondria get it energized, get it powered up again, so that it's going to bring the body into homeostasis. And once the body is in a state of homeostasis, it is going to start repairing itself from the inside out and from the outside in. And you're going to start seeing the effects of aging are going to start to be reversed. So here are some documented benefits of the olive oil. along with the olive leaf and the black seed oil. These are the two main ingredients in the product that we have. So it gets rid of excessive fatigue. So it relieves you of fatigue. It helps to lower blood sugar. It helps to lower blood pressure. It helps with heart and other cardiovascular health, general and major organ support. Persons who are struggling and suffering with trying to lose weight over the years, hear this. Once the mitochondria is energized, then what is going to happen? The metabolism is going to be speeded up, and then you're going to lose weight in a healthy manner. Persons who are having issues with their hair, who wants to have more youthful skin, this actually helps with that. Are you struggling with parasites? Are you struggling with stuff like with viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, mold? It also supports in getting rid of these stuff. It improves the cholesterol levels in our bodies. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the liver that makes 75% of the cholesterol in our body. And so when you get a statin drug, that statin drug is designed to prevent your liver from making the cholesterol. Here is the problem with that. Your body, your liver is making the amount of cholesterol because your body is now so inflamed. There is so much inflammation. It is that same cholesterol that the body used to repair the damage that is going on in your cells, in your vessels, in your tissues. So that cholesterol that we refer to as bad cholesterol, it is actually good for the body because it helps the body to repair when there is oxidative stress, when there is free radical damage, and when there are damages from inflammation in our body. So if we are able to deal with the inflammation, if we're able to deal with the free radical stress, if we're able to deal with the free radical damage and the oxidative stress, then the liver will not be forced to make extra cholesterol. There won't be a cholesterol dump on a daily basis. And it also helps with immune system response, stuff like arthritis, fibromyalgia, go on, any rheumatoid arthritis, any kind of hip, any kind of joint problem that you're dealing with. We have documented benefits that this restore has actually helped to reverse the effects of those things. So this is especially important for persons that are experiencing an extreme energy deficit from the effects of medication. Some persons are taking medication for years, and these medications actually help to damage your mitochondria. Athletes who are striving for extreme performance, they are going to benefit in a clean way from using this product because it is 100% natural product. So there is no drug, there's no additives, so they don't have to worry about being caught by water or any of those persons. Working moms and dads, you come home, you're tired, you're having fatigue, you're on this technology, you go to your work, you get home, you come home, you take care of your family, help the kids with homework, and you still have energy to spare. That is how awesome this is. And you're not looking at it, I'm going to take this, I'm going to get me at such a high, and then it's going to drop. Nothing like that. So if you just want to be as healthy as you can be, try Restore today and launch a rescue mission on yourself. Sorry. How do you take Restore? The recommended dose is 4 milliliters per day. We suggest that when you're going to first start it, you double up for the first few days, maybe even for a week. Double up, triple up. Again, it's all natural, so there's going to be no nasty side effects. So it can be taken in the morning or in the evening, single dose, or you can split it up. So what you're going to do is that you're going to get this product and you're going to drop it underneath your tongue. In medicine, they taught us 2 words when we first started. First one is pharmacokinetic, what the drugs do to your body, and then pharmacodynamic, what the body does to the drugs. So there is a reason why when you go to the doctor, they tell you to take your medication in a particular way. Sometimes with food, sometimes without food, sometimes after food or whenever, sometimes just before bed or first thing in the morning. There is a reason for that. So Dr. Bevan Elliott, the formulator of this technology, said that it should be taken sublingually. So you're going to take it direct under your tongue. So you're going to tilt your head back about 30 degrees, use the applicator, put it under your tongue, hold it back there for about 90 seconds as it absorbs deep into the bloodstream. Once it gets into the bloodstream, it's going to be taken directly to the cells, and it gets into the cell, gets right through the cytoplasm of the cell, gets to the mitochondria. The mitochondria has its own lipid bilayer. It passes through the lipid bilayer of the mitochondria and goes in. And then what it's going to start doing, it's going to, these two main products, along with the other 42 applicators, it's going to start giving the mitochondria the boost it needs. Was it just a lazy, tired mitochondria? It's going to get re-energized. Was it a dying mitochondria? It's going to get re-energized. The other thing also that's going to happen is that once you start getting mitochondria back to where it's supposed to be, it is going to start building more mitochondria. So what that's going to do now, it's going to give your body even a bigger and a better fighting chance against pathogens and diseases. So how quickly does people see results? Some folks see results same day, but most persons are going to report benefits in days or weeks. You see, in some instances, there's going to be sign that the body is detoxifying itself. Some of the signs you're going to see about it detoxifying is that maybe for the first 2 to 3 days, you might have a slight headache. This is because toxins are now being pulled out of your body because your body is being detoxified. So you're probably going to have a slight headache. The other one is that you might feel a little bit tired. You might feel a little more lethargic. You want to sleep a little bit quicker. Again, this is part and parcel because of the toxins that are being dragged out your body. The other one that we see and a lot of people talk about is that they start going to the washroom, they start going to poo more often. Some folks report that sometimes after the first 2 or 3 days of taking this product, they're finding out that within a 3 or 4 hour window, they are going to the bathroom 4, 5, 6 times. And this is not with diarrhea, it is just controlled soft poo. Number 4, and the Bristol stool scale. When you get a chance, you can Google it, the Bristol stool scale. The fourth one, number 4, is the poo that as adults you want to be passing out on a regular basis. Number 4. Number 1 is basically extreme constipation, and number 7 is extreme watery diarrhea. But number 4 is where you want to be. All right. Well, so you can Google the Bristol stool scale and you can see that. So one of the things that we look at also here is that sometimes other persons may take months or more to see the results or to start seeing the results of this more mito, of the mitochondria, the restore. And the reason is more detoxification needs to be done. So what is happening here is that your body is getting itself into homeostasis, and it is your body that is going to be doing the healing for you. So if you have a megacolon, which is full of it, you can add the SH in front of it. You have the megacolon, which is full of it. It will take time to get rid of that, and it's going to start healing stuff going forward, because it doesn't make sense you're detoxifying your liver when your colon is full, because it's only going to cause the liver to become toxic again. So the body now is going to know it's which one to do first, and so on and so forth. So this is why we're saying that you get the mitochondria right, then now the mitochondria is going to get the cell right. And once the cell gets back into homeostasis or equilibrium, then the body is going to start repairing itself from the inside out. The other thing is that those who have complex health situation, those involved taking medication, harsh medication over the years, or you're taking supplements, just be a little bit more patient. It's going to get going for you. The conventional wisdom is to allow at least 3 months to give any nutraceutical a fair test. So here are the ingredients in our Restore product. Like I said before, the first 3 products is the extra virgin olive oil, the black seed oil, and then the olive leaf. These are the 3 main products. But when you go through the 44 ingredients, take a screenshot, take time out, look at the health benefits of each and every one of these. About 7 of these products on here are anti-blood pressure. And the other seven are another seven are anti-blood sugar. And there's all kinds of other health benefits that these products have. Now, here's the thing. You can go to the store and you can buy these by themselves, and you can try to take them and see. But guess what is missing? What is missing from here is the exponential delivery system. That is what is missing. And so the exponential delivery system is what's going to drive it through the bloodstream, drive it into through the lipid bilayer of the cell, into the cytoplasm, and find the mitochondria, and then drive these substances, drive these products through the mitochondria, the lipid bilayer, and get into the mitochondrial DNA, and then now start restore and rejuvenating and rebuilding itself. Now, the third product we want to talk about is the Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. And it is great, not just good. It is great for anything that causes you to itch, to scratch, to break out, or to irritate. So, joint pain and discomfort, random bumps and bruises, fine lines and wrinkles, sunburns, sun damage, even if it's been there over decades, cuts, bruises, insect bite, persons dealing with scalp issues, alopecia, persons dealing with other kind of scalp issues, they dealing with hair problem, damaged hair, split ends, all of that kind of stuff. This Rejuvenate here actually is helping a lot of folks across North America so far to repair damage to their hair, damage to their scalp, and even men who are having problems with razor bump, those are becoming a thing of the past. So if you have scars, if you have moles, if you have warts, skin tags, it can get rid of all of those for you. The other thing also, persons are using it as a natural deodorant. There was an article that came out the other day that spoke about some of the problems with the deodorants that we're buying in the stores today is that some of them actually have carcinogenic properties in them. So again, we go back to it. Some persons are using it as a natural deodorant. It is great for hair styling, and it also helps to repair damaged hair. Foot care, persons who are suffering from neuropathy, whether peripheral neuropathy, whether it be from diabetes or other nerve issues. We are having a lot of good results with that. You know, sometimes you wake up off the bed, you don't even want to put your feet on the floor because your foot hurts so much, whether it be at the heels, whether it be folks who are suffering from a condition known as plantar fasciitis, whether that be the problem or whatever the condition is, you step off the bed, you don't even want your heels to touch the ground because of the discomfort. This is giving a lot of folks a lot of good results. And we're seeing these things being reversed. Are you looking for fresher, younger looking skin? We said this actually works. Now, if you want a natural alternative to medication for pain and discomfort, use this topical gel. Are you looking for sharper vision and quick relief from eye strains? Yes, a lot of folks are giving testimonials about this. Are you trying to pursue a vigorous athletic workout routine? Or if you just want to be as healthy as you can possibly be with less emotional stress and physical discomfort, this is the product that will help you along that pathway. So, how do you take the Rejuvenate? You're going to thoroughly massage it into and around the affected area. Reapply multiple times a day as needed. And we're going to ask that you continue to use even after the discomfort is gone for a more complete recovery. Again, what you can do, or what we suggest, or what a lot of folks are doing, and they're getting great results, is that we recommend that you order both the Restore and the Rejuvenate together. When you get them, you take a teaspoon of the Restore and put it in the bottle with the Rejuvenate in the jar. Shake it up and allow them to just mix together. Females especially are recommending that the glow that they get on their skin, it is so amazing. They don't even need to put on their foundation powders anymore. So that is how we suggest that you use it. And use it on your scalp, use it on if you have like sores from you were a kid. One of the things that is happening is that a lot of folks who are having joint discomfort, whether it be from arthritis, whether it be from just straining the leg, persons with hip conditions, persons with all kind of sports condition for like their rotator cuff and all of that, they are getting great results. Remember, this product has just been around now for about 3 years, and the results are getting more and more amazing. So for some issues, you can see results within minutes. I heard a testimonial on one of the nights from a lady who said that she went to visit her 67-year-old dad, and when she went to visit him, one of the things that happened was that he's a Hispanic gentleman, so he's of a lighter skin complexion. When she took off the bandage off his feet, they were actually dark. Dark skin was dark, hyperpigmented. So she got out her gel from her purse, and then she began to anoint his feet. And right there in her hand, while she was anointing the feet, she was massaging it with the combination. She saw the blood vessel pop open, and there was blood flow in that artery that have not happened for years. So so it does work sometimes instantaneously. Now, other issues, including skin abnormalities like moles, warts, skin tags, those will take some more time. Those are going to take some more time before you start seeing some great results. Again, persons with complex health issues, including the ones involving medication and other supplements, should be a bit more patient. And we should reiterate this again, that the conventional wisdom is to allow at least 3 months for you to give nutraceutical products a fair test. And so in the Ultra Mito Rejuvenate 2.0, here are the 22 ingredients that comes together to create this awesome topical gel. And then you add the 44 products from the Restore. When you combine them, now you have really a superpower here to go deep into your cells, deep through the skin, and go into the tendons and the ligaments and start rebuilding the mitochondria. And so once the mitochondria is rebuilt, then what's going to start happening is now it's going to activate that glutathione, which is in essence now is going to start giving you some great results, because the glutathione is going to do 3 things. It's going to get rid of inflammation, get rid of oxidative stress, and it's going to get rid of free radical damage. It's going to also go ahead and start chelating the cholesterol plaques. It's going to also start chelating the metals, the heavy metals that we've been consuming over the years. Those are going to be chelated as well. And once that happens, guess what? The cell is going to get back healthy. Now it's going to reinstall the locks that were removed. And now the insulin is now going to start opening that lock again. And that excessive blood sugar, which is running around in your blood, is going to be absorbed into the cell, be utilized, and then the waste material is going to be taken away by the glutathione. And that is how we are going to start you on the process of reversing type 2 diabetes. So let's talk about cause and effect. What is the cause of the issues that you're dealing with? It is because the mitochondria is in deficiency, is in deficit, it's low. So once the mitochondria is low, it's either defect or deficient, then what's going to happen? We're going to have inflammation, oxidative stress, and free radicals are going to start taking over the cell. And then these are the guys that are the culprits that cause all diseases and chronic pain. So I am suffering from whatever it is, you put it in that blank space. And so you put it in that blank space, and then what we are going to do, so the cause is the mitochondrial deficit. The effect basically is the condition that you're dealing with now. So what's going to happen when we fix the mitochondria? Once the mitochondria is fixed, then it's going to go ahead and start getting rid and start reversing the problems that you're having. So that is the cause and effect situation. So the cause of your health issues, low mitochondria. Cause of your health issues, um, mitochondrial deficit, mitochondrial diseases, mitochondrial issues. If we're able to fix the mitochondria, then guess what? Those issues are going to be released. So basically, get to the person that invited you. Get their personal website, get all of your questions answered. We're gonna have a question and answer period in a couple of minutes. But do that and start helping others and helping yourself to get well physically, mentally, and emotionally. Back to you, Dr. Clark.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard a presentation that was really scheduled for 2050, but the Lord has somehow fast-tracked this information because you have too much inflammation so that you might deal with the issues you are having today. You know, we have people here in Jamaica going to the public system, feeling pain right now. And the doctor said, based upon how the schedule is, come back 2027, 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, God knows that people can't wait so long. So God said, make we give them something now. If you are sick and can't get well, and your doctors cannot tell, hey, the Lord sent his word and heal all their diseases. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Dr. Sam Wells, who has shared so much power, so much passion, so much hope that somebody came on the call today to hear hope for themselves or for someone that said, go and listen for me and come back and tell me what you hear. Hope you heard something good, something new, something exciting. And what I can say to you, dozens and dozens of persons on this call have already used the products and have gotten some results that they are saying, wow, wow, wow. They're saying, Jesus is my deliverer. Pain in my back, he delivers. Pain in my head, he delivers. Pain in my ankle and swelling, he has delivered. An eye problem, foot problem, heart problem, blood pressure problem. You heard the doctor. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful to be alive at this time. And your generation, our generation, may be the first generation to benefit from this amazing technology. More Mito, started by the three wise men, I like to call them. We're talking about CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, talking about Dr. Bevan Elliott, in charge of research and development and formulating the product. We're talking about President Dale Bonnet. Three men sharing something profound with the world. They said, what if we can share a product with people that to help them to die from old age and not disease? How does that sound to you? Old age and not disease. You're not sick because you're old. You're old because you're too sick. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for what we have, and we are thanking Dr. Samuels, who will be back in a minute now to answer questions. Sister Marva, remind us how this is going to go. We're going to...
I'm Dr. Clive.
Yes, sir.
Could you give the can you give the testimony of that 7-year-old kid, please?
Yeah, I'll be happy to. Ladies and gentlemen, what Dr. Samuels is talking about is, imagine a 7-year-old boy, autistic. He hasn't spoken a word in his 7-year-old life. But you know how autistic children behave? Yes, but he doesn't speak anything in a word. The family have him on the products, the technology, 3 days. When they heard that little boy said, Mama, hello, what? And saying those words, they were beside themselves, running up and down in the house, praising the Lord, rolling on the floor, giving thanks. And that little boy is adding to his vocabulary day by day. Somebody said, my 17-year-old daughter was born with cerebral palsy. She is now recovering and discovering new abilities almost daily. Do you know the children in those category? A man Noel said, I walk without crutches for the first time in my life after using the XDS technology products. And we literally have hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies that you can benefit from. But ladies and gentlemen, something is working. After all, something is working. So you're going to hear the doc speaking to direct questions that you have. I heard that somebody from Australia was trying to get in, but somehow the system might not have allowed them to. People from Africa trying to get in. I would be surprised that somebody from down China might be hearing about this product and this company and this meeting and want to get on. But we're gonna spread the thing wide and far for people to come on board because it's getting out. It's getting out. It's getting out of hand. People want to come out and hear. So, Lady Martha, would you direct us in this period, please, if you may, and tell us who may have questions
Sure.
from the room or from whatever.
Okay. Sure, certainly. Number one, we're going to go by the rules. Raise your hand. Please do not open your mic and speak while somebody else is speaking. I will have to mute your mic or lock it. So I'm asking you, please don't let me get radical. Thank you so much for being. So raise your hand, please, if you have a question. We're going to go for we're going to do testimony. We're doing the doctor. Going for the doctor.
Oh, well, sorry, what is that, Martha?
Are we asking the doctor a question now? We're going to do any testimonials.
Oh, ask the doctor the question now.
Okay, go ahead. So if you have a question for a good doctor, raise your hand. Dr. Clive will instruct you on opening the mic. Don't be shy. If you don't know how to raise your hand, go to reactions and it will say raise hand, and you just click on that and we'll see your hand.
Okay. Any, oh, is it Rosemary Sutherland?
Well,
Okay.
somebody said they named the chat, but could not hear anything. I thought my phone was bad. Whenever you come in, you gotta log into your microphone. That would help. Okay. I don't know if you want.
There's a Rosemary and a
Yeah,
Paul.
go ahead, Rosemary, please.
Good evening, and thank you for all of the explanations that we have heard. And I have a son who has schizophrenia, and I'm wondering if this product could address what is going on with him. He's 32 years old.
Oh, I was just about to ask that. Will he take it if you give it to him?
I believe that he would. I think that he himself is becoming quite disgusted with the limitations that he is suffering from.
And you do have proper conversations with him, interactions, correct?
Yeah, there are times, yes.
There are times, yeah.
Sometimes it does not allow, but there are times where we do have conversation.
Yeah, because in his condition, he would need a twofold approach. He needs to have it sublingually, plus he needs to have it around the brain stem area. He needs to get the gel and put it around the brain stem area, put it on the temple, put it behind the ears, and if you can actually even massage some of it under the throat and those places, then that would be so awesome if you will allow that. Because schizophrenia, basically, it's a hormonal imbalance issue. Which type does he have the flat effect, or does he have the positive, where when I say flat effect, does he have that look like he doesn't want to talk to nobody, or he's always angry, or is he very, very talkative?
No, there are times where he looks angry and not talkative.
Okay. And then there are times, okay. All right. So he seems like it's fluctuating. So it's the dopamine issue we are dealing with here. So yes, if you can get him to start taking it, Does he take medication from the doctor once a month or every 3 months?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you're right. So after he take that medication and he's back to himself, try explain to him how this will help him and get it for him and give it a shot. It's definitely worth a try.
Okay. So what you said is that the gel, a massage in, and what's the other one? What's the other one, Doc?
It's a liquid that you apply underneath your tongue. You take
Okay,
the drop
liquid under the tongue. Okay.
under the tongue, yeah.
Okay, liquid under the tongue. All right,
So,
fine. Yes, thank you so much.
And thank you too, Rosemary Sutherland, for asking your question. Now we have Paul and then we have Olive. So Paul, go ahead for me. Kind of open that microphone.
Hello, good evening. Are you hearing me?
Most definitely, thank you.
Okay, I am a 43-year-old male with ischemic heart disease. I have extreme blockages in my coronary arteries. I'm now just gotten into the call. I was introduced by my cousin to the meeting, and I'm interested in having some alleviation because I may be facing a triple bypass in the next couple of months or so.
So you
I
need to
believe
get
that-
this product and start doubling up and tripling up going forward so that we can start seeing a reduction of these cholesterol plaques that are building up in your coronary arteries. We have had testimonials, and this is one of the things that it does. And then the heart is also one of the organs that have more mitochondria than any other organ in the body. So we need to get these boys working again.
Yes, yes, we do. And I also find myself having a lot of anxiety and stress.
Yeah, man.
And I believe that, I believe
Yes,
that this is
cause
a
and effect.
godsend.
Yeah, cause and effect. This is cause and effect we're dealing with right here. So everything is part and parcel of whatever is going on in life. So basically, we start restoring and we start rejuvenating. We start getting the mitochondria right, especially in those heart muscles. And then we start the glutathione now start chelating all of this cholesterol plaque out of your blood vessels. The blood flow get good again. Get rid of any kind of tingling, get rid of your eye issues. You're gonna find out that the body is gonna start repairing itself bit by bit. You're gonna find out that you're gonna start going to the bathroom even more. And one of the things that we're also telling folks, once you get into this technology, ensure that your water intake is there because no stuff is going on in your body. The mitochondria is now powered up. It is cleaning out the cells. So we just need to have your body hydrated just to be flushing out, flushing out, flushing out. So yes, sir, you will be all right. Because like I said, the heart is where a lot of the that is a power pack of mitochondria, and you will see great results.
So tell me something. According to modern medicine, doctors are saying that plaque, once formed into your arteries, cannot be removed.
And the operative word is modern medicine.
Yes, yes, yes. So
That's the
I am
operative word.
excited to see how this can be reversed. I really am because the doctors make it a statement to say that you must do the bypass or stenting or stuff like that because I have atheroma and plaque according
Wow.
to the angiogram and it's
So you said you're 43, right?
yeah, 90%,
How heavy
80%
are you?
heavy. About 180, 190 pounds.
And you're about
5'8", 5'9".
5'8". So that's not horrible overweight.
No.
Is
I'm
your
actually
parents alive?
my mom is alive. My dad passed.
How old was he?
67. He died of a heart attack, but he lived a life. He was on the
He was
streets
that
and stuff.
he was that guy. Yeah.
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 Okay, because I'm just trying to find out if there's anything that is causing it to be genetically predisposed to this kind of condition.
Well, it did say that I'm predisposed to having a high cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so at this time I'm on statin drugs probably about 10 years now.
Yeah,
And
not
on
really good.
hearing the damage that it actually do, I didn't have all this information. So
Exactly. See, when you say modern medicine, because also about 10 years ago, digoxin was our number one heart medication. Right now, some doctors don't even want to see it.
mm,
So modern medicine keeps evolving. And so
yes,
what is happening now is that folks are finding out we are now, because anything you can heal from the cellular level, it's not only you healing it, it's the body healing itself. You're giving the body what it requires, what it needs. And once you give the body what it needs, then it's going to heal itself. All right. So that is what is happening. So the body is getting into homeostasis and it eventually is going to start getting rid of what it needs to get rid of, start building back better and healing itself.
mhm.
You know,
Okay, okay.
all right.
Thank you,
Great.
thank you.
Thanks
Welcome.
for asking. Right. So, Olive, would you kindly open the microphone and go ahead for me, please, on time?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, I have a brother who lives in Canada. He's 53 years old.
Young man.
One day his head just turned to, I think, his left shoulder. And no matter where he goes, the MRI, all the doctors all over you can think of, they said there's nothing they can do to put his head back in front of him. When he's eating, he has to use his thumb and our fingers and push his head to in front of him to put the food in his mouth because the head keep going to the side of over on his shoulder. And no
That
doctor can help him. All the MRI, the tests, the everything and nothing.
well,
We
I
pray,
believe
we do everything and he cannot.
see, I believe we have the remedy. I honestly believe we do.
Are you serious?
I believe that because we have based on the amount of testimonials from people with other stuff, trigger fingers, persons who could not lift their hand above their head, persons who were just having all kind of issues, and all of a sudden within weeks on this technology, things are back to normal. I believe just give it a fair shot, and I believe it will restore whatever it is and reverse whatever it is
He's,
that has
he's
caused the issue.
skeptical, so I hope I'll be able to
Yeah,
because he's
spectacle stuff.
tried so many things before, and so
Well,
he has kind of given up. So I hope I'll be able to convince him.
hmm. Well, get him on the call, and we also have a what I call a testimonial call from one of our colleagues who he's doing extremely well in the States. All he does, he just bring persons on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. and all they talk about is testimonials. So maybe that will convince him to give it a shot.
So only the liquid. What and what would he use?
Oh,
The liquid.
he's getting both. He's getting both multiple times per day.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I will speak to him and get back to the person who invited me and see
Where in
what can.
Canada is he?
Brampton.
Oh, okay. My old stomping ground. Okay.
Okay, Olive, I really thank you for asking on behalf of your brother. You're a good sister. You're a good,
Thank you. I
you're a good
always
one.
stand. Yeah,
That's
thank
right.
you for listening to me too.
You're most
Ad,
welcome.
admin hand is raised.
Okay, admin, can you open the mic, please, and thanks. Person who goes by the name of admin, are you able to open the microphone, please? Yes, go ahead for me.
Yes, good evening.
Yes.
Yes, I have rheumatoid arthritis. And I'm having bone and bone in both hips. I can't bend. I walk with a limp. Can't hardly lift up the feet, both of them. What are products that I should use to help restore this problem I'm having?
Well, we only have two products and we recommend that you take them both. The same gentleman that I was just talking about in the States, he have the same kind of problem, and he's jumping up all over the place now after a few months on this technology. And so this is what the technology does. It goes in deep into the tendons, deep into the ligament. It rebuilds, it restores, and it rejuvenates. Persons with even serious joint pains, hip pain for years, chronic hip pain for years, are now enjoying a great quality of life. So yes, you just have to take it, be diligent about it, and it will go to work for you.
Okay, I don't have a problem with being because I've tried many things, get some results, not know exactly what I want, but I get improvement from it. So I'm
You
going
see,
for
here's the issue. Here's the issue with a lot of stuff that you try. The delivery system, and that is where a lot of so even though this is not a drugs, but the delivery system is optimal. See, with our delivery system, it takes our ingredients deep into the cell, through that lipid bilayer into the cytoplasm, and then it takes it deep into the mitochondria. And that is where the rebuilding process begins. And so the mitochondria now becomes re-energized. It now begins to send energy to the nucleus of the cell. And so with all of that stuff happening, remember, in medicine, the number one cause of issues, as Dr. Clive would say, for your tissues, is low energy. Low energy. So if low energy is the cause, if we can get the energy high, it is going to reverse the effects. All right. So that is what it is. Yeah.
okay. And how do I use the product? Remind me, please.
So like I said before, sublingually for the liquid part of it. So you tilt your head back about 30 degrees. You put don't put all 4 milliliter at one time. Put about a milliliter at a time. You wait about 60 to 90 seconds, allow it to be absorbed into your bloodstream. And then you can either do 2 of those in the morning, 2 in the evening. But based on the condition that you just explained, we would like you to even triple up when you start. Instead of doing just 4 milliliters per day, I would do 8, 10, 12, something like that, just to give your body a kickstart. That is what we call the loading dose, and then eventually you get into the maintenance.
Okay, and and to add to it, to see if I should increase it. I had an accident, a car accident. I got it on my side, the driver's side, and because of the doctor said the narrowing of the bones, said my X-ray showed that my this is the spine that is narrow, and she said because of the impact, what could take years to happen, does occur. So even my having a lump in on my spine.
Okay,
Because I
so
can't
in
bend.
that case, we're gonna double up and we're gonna massage the spine a few times a day. We have a gentleman who gave his testimony from a truck accident he had maybe 10 years ago. And then within like 6 weeks of using this product, all those chest pains and discomfort that were resultant from the accident have disappeared.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, admin. Appreciate you asking.
Okay.